All right, folks. This is the second take of this new vlog series. I still don't know what I'm going to call it. Um, basically, um, I just realized something right off the bat that what I plan on doing, I can't do. It's like I'm jumping, the shark, as it were. I'm leaping ahead before the bridge is finished. So, here's the thing. Let's start from the beginning, and I'm going to make it quick and short without the rhetoric. And yeah, I'll put a link to the video. It'd probably be in the same thing. So, anyways, this is take 2 of this first video, more or less. Whatever. All right. I wanted to do was start selling online. I wanted to do Etsy and whatever. The problem is that I started Etsy in 2013, didn't do anything because I had plans and things went awry for me. Check out the video on Tastes Like Snosberries. That's actually when I was doing my project that was going to be sold on Etsy and stuff, And the 2-step verification, I did that last year, except that phone's battery blew up and I tried to get a replacement phone. And since it's one of those phone services that will only work for their phones, whatever. So I've tried other phones, that were unlocked. It just didn't want to work or whatever. It's like, oh, fuck. So I contacted the company, In Touch Wireless. It took me a while to get the damn thing doing and to get the information and put back in whatever to send me. Well, it's been close to a year and they haven't sent me a new phone. I haven't received it or anything. I have to try it again, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if I have that number anymore. Well, and I already got like a new phone, and I tried to do was switch it. They wouldn't let me. So I have a new number and whatever. So I wasn't really worried about Etsy for a while because I didn't really think about it until, this week or so, getting on Etsy. And the thing was, I got locked out of it because it demanded to get, 2-step verification. It kept on sending the code to that number. It's like, fuck. So I went in another way using my other way of getting in, and yeah, was able to get in. Cool. Without dealing with the damn 2-step verification code. I'm like, oh, great. Now what else? So I tried to go change the damn thing or turn off. You still need is the 2-step. It's still hooked up to that number. It's like, fuck. There was like no way to change it or whatever. And no way to find any way of contacting customer service or whatever with Etsy or whatever. And it seems like a pain. I went on the forums. It was just a pain trying to do it, and I'm seeing with other people, they complain, and there are people that are having the same problems as me. Yeah, it's like, screw it. So my thing is to either fuck with it until I get somebody and have to do is explain what it is and verify me is me. Kind of ridiculous. Now, what else? I could worry about that. Try to put something on the marketplace to see if it will. Yeah, and by the way, they tell you that you need is a seller's permit before you can start selling anything, especially if you're in California. But here's the problem: they don't give you a shop until you put something in the shop. But you have to have a permit. But even with the permit, they want the exact address of where your shop is on that site. So it becomes, a vicious cycle. It's like one trying to be in front of the other. Well, you need this. No, you need that first. No, it's this one. No, it's that one. Like, you need this before that, but that needs this before that. And like, no matter what, they both need to be before each other. It's so you either do with that, put something up there hoping nobody buys so you don't break the law or whatever, and then turn on, and then you get the address of your shop and then put that on. But since it's still locked with that two-step verification, would I be able to put anything up on the shop? Even if I could, would I ever get paid from it? I don't know. So it's either go with the hassle of trying to work that out or go with someone else. So I went to go search for someone else. So I checked online for, different companies, different YouTubers and different companies. Well, the different YouTubers that were doing some projects like what I'm doing, of selling things on like shops like Etsy and whatever. There are ups and downs about it. So, and the gist of it was, I'm not going to mess with Etsy for this moment. It's like, forget it. I know the positive is that the whole site is a marketplace with individual shops, but no one really looks for the shop. They search for the items. You gotta make sure that you have the right tags and descriptions and stuff like that, and plus the name of your product, what it is, and plus your pricing point, is a competitive price, so people are just going to be searching for what they're looking for. They're not going to be looking for a particular store. So brand recognition of your shop is not going to really work. You're not going to have any, really, because practically no one will, unless if you have fan base somewhere else and you did was advertised at those places and they followed to your store over there on Etsy or whatever. So that's kind of the good and bad about that. And you have different fees. It's like a mixed bag with that. Same thing with, you can pay Etsy to advertise your stuff. It helps, supposedly, but so far I haven't really seen like a major change or benefit to it. Like, it really did much, so yeah, that's just from YouTubers that some were better than others of working out, but most of it was from sheer luck, random luck that people searched to, looking for their stuff and start to buy that product, but they didn't bother looking at their other product lines within their store, just only that particular item that they're selling, that person was selling. And majority of their sales was from, their other social media accounts where they advertised themselves, their products or whatever. So, yeah. Then you got the different other companies, and they have subscription prices, and, and there's some good and bad about what they do. But is it really for me on these things at this moment? I had to really think about it and look at where my expenses are. I have to save money for, I'm gonna be moving out of here to my own place, better place, So either way, I'm moving at the end of this year, so yeah. So for the price point and everything, and to startup cost and whatever, and I'm already messing with Ko-Fi. I said just stick with Ko-Fi and or Ko-fi, whatever it's called. Say Ko-fi, coffee, it's whatever. So Ko-fi sounds weird, like from Long Island, you know. Well, anyways, still sounds weird. So with Ko-fi, things seem okay with that. And I wanted to do was set up an account with all these different places and do it all at once and have it all on one seller's permit. Because in California, you have to have a seller's permit to sell online and all that. I've been having problems with that as well, I'll tell you. So anyways, with all the hassle and stuff, I decided, okay, just have it with Ko-fi for right now. Just only use Ko-fi for the sales. Don't try to do all these other places as well. It's like, forget it. Plus, it's all I'm doing is digital products at this moment. So, all right. Yeah. Now, that's that with that. So with California, you have to have a seller's permit to sell anything within the state. Doesn't matter if you're in the state, you want to sell something, you have to have that. But there's like things. I'll put in the doobly-doob of the information needed about that. You know, like what codes I use and whatever. And okay. So the whole thing with this is that if I want to sell online, I have to have a permit. But if I'm only going to sell only have 3 sales within 12 months, then I don't need a permit. I want to do this longer than just 3 sales within 12 months, or I can have is a temporary permit that's only for 3 months, which no, I'm going to go for the longer permit because I want to do it longer than just 3 months on Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi. So anyways, because I want to make a real go at this, so yeah. So I would have to do is set this up first. So that's my main thing for today is set this up. I have digital products that I want to put up, like my brush pack and also my my palettes that I have. I have like 2 palettes that's in a pack. It's CityPop colors, basically, So if you want to do like CityPop kind of artwork, here's my palettes. Because I want those I'm gonna bundle them all together as one thing, and have that only for $1, which is 4 brushes. They're, with also is a little picture that image that shows what it does, and of my brushes, whatever, plus the color palettes, and plus what I also do is comic book colors, of the classic comic book colors of, like for DC and Marvel and stuff that they use for printing. Yeah, and I want to end up doing is having my personal brushes that I actually use. These ones I do use, but they're like mainly just my pencils, but I have a whole mess of other brushes that I use, that I tweaked and whatever, and I'm making, brushes and stuff that are going to be for kind of like doing the letter sheets, tone sheets and stuff like that. I'll make my own stuff, Yeah, I'm still working on those to make it good enough that it's usable and whatever. And yeah, but I have to have the permit first before I can put anything up for sale. Kind of sucks. But at least I do have the site, so my page, whatever. So it all works. That'll be good. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Because that's when I realized that when I first made this video was that, oh shit, I can't put up the packs right now, my digital products for sale. I have to wait until I do is the permit and it gets, cleared, it says, okay, you have a permit, all this. If it's instantaneously, yes. If not, I'll let you know when it is, okay? So, like, oh, goody. Oh boy. So, yeah. I want to make this even shorter than it was before. All right. My plans for this vlog series, I just want to do is do updates every so often, specifying like, what happened with the seller's permit, like what happened, and also let you know like the exact date of when I got it accepted, whatever, and what I did that day, setting up the shop. And I'll also do intervals about like how well my sales are and what I'm doing for advertising, where I'm advertising my stuff besides YouTube, Twitch, and all this, and also Tumblr and Pinterest and whatever. I have a lot of other social medias that counts them. Kind of messing with, which I'm going to get back onto. So that's kind of like what this is like, to explain my hardships, personal hardships, and my struggles to deal with the stress. And I hate doing paperwork. That's why it takes me a while to do a lot of stuff. Hate the paperwork. So yeah, because I really want to do is just create the items, whatever, for my shop. Later on this year, I will do is the other tiers of my membership. So my other membership tiers, I'll build those up. So yeah, which will have, their benefits, whatever, such as membership only material they'll get. I want to do is, drawings and stuff. I don't mean like just drawings like, like a sketch or whatever. I mean drawings more like basically a raffle system, or less, that every member, everybody that for their tiers will, will automatically be entered at the monthly contest, as it were. It's a raffle, not a contest. It's a raffle where you will get like these prizes, basically. You'll win basically from. Hopefully, when I do this, I'll have is like my main like the top goal, I guess, or at least that's going to start out with is, you know, handmade art, you know, a one of a kind piece, and then the other, you know, the winners or whatever, you know, of the other prizes will be for, let's say, is the prints of that, yeah. So it'll be that, yeah, that'll be later on. I don't know it's going to be in this month or this year that's going to happen, but we'll see. Probably in the beginning will be digital, you know, giveaways of higher resolution, you know, stuff that I'll raffle off as, you know, whatever, or something. You know, basically it'll be kind of like a raffle, you know, with the members. So that's just how that is. I also want to do is for next year with my shop. My plan is to add more digital products, add prints and stuff of different sizes of my artwork, and also including is to go back to my original project that the link is down below. The video is Tastes Like Snozzberries. I want to redo that, start that up, which means I have to get is the materials, you know, the thread and all that, and you know, the fabrics, including also is the mini sewing machine, the little sewing machine again. I want to start off doing like with physical products will be like some knickknacks and whatever that are basically stuff that's for cosplays, and also the clothing projects, basically they're cosplays, and some of them you can use them for everyday wear or cosplay or whatever, but typically there are ones that are going to be designed on purpose that are literally artworks. You know, they're, yeah, it's clothes as it were, but it was meant to be a piece of work as an artwork, not really heavy duty. But my heavier duty ones are meant for going through conventions, also deal if you know, also with wearing a day-to-day thing as well if you want. So, you know, something more stable. I'll do that sometime next year. Hopefully that's what's going to happen. I also want to do is those monthly boxes, but I would have it at different price points of different sizes. I probably will do is these only for certain months, you know, the different sizes that, you know, just for that particular month or whatever, that you can give it to yourself or give it to somebody else as a gift, you know. But these will be basically art boxes, you know, with materials that I think is worth it, that things that I happen to actually like that I use and whatever. Yeah, they won't be like, oh, maybe I will do like a small run of homemade paints that I happen to like or whatever. I'll do that later. Most likely that'll be next year sometime. So later this year, in November, I'm looking forward to Procreate Dreams because I want to get that and start doing animations. Also, what I do is a series about, well, I want to do anime series. Well, I'm going to do at least a few different ones. There's ones that I really want to do, but I gotta do is try to figure out how to get permission to do is to have the music rights. You know, I don't want the rights, I just want the permission to use said certain songs as like part of the soundtrack of that series. I'll probably do is my own, background music and have two versions, one with the songs that I want on it, and send that first copy to, like, let's say, uh, the company that deals with them or with the band itself, saying, hey, here's what I did. It's not out to anybody as in this form with this music. This is what I actually want to use it for, and showing this is what it is. Could I, how much it would be worth or whatever, to do so, or something. I don't know. Yeah. I definitely want to do is my own animated movies, and I'll put that up. I'll even do is a video series about how I'm making it. In the beginning, I'll probably be trying to working on this. I'll definitely do is videos on how I mess with Procreate Dreams, how it works, whatever, how it works with me as it were. And that'll be like late November, going all the way through December of this year. That's what's going on. Oh yeah, in October I'm gonna do is Inktober and Digitober. If things work out, if it's not too hectic right now, if I have time and whatever, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll make videos on it when I can or whatever, and yeah, I'll put that out, and I'll put out like a digital version of my Inktober sketchbooks and stuff. I have to set my pictures up and make it into like a digital sketchbook. I'll put that on, my Ko-Fi shop later on. They'll definitely be right after I get my seller's permit. So, the gift boxes, the physical items, which are cosplay stuff, whatever, they'll be selling, whatever. What else? The digital products, which I'll have, is like physical products. I'll also have is my prints, whatever, and artworks for sale. Including I have is commissions right now. I'll also be doing is having, what is it? Like digital prints for sale as well, and also digital art books or whatever. Oh yeah, a digital coloring book, and also a physical coloring book, more or less. They'll make, I'll do like print on demand stuff and whatever. That'll be a little bit later on. The physical stuff will happen next year. That I will tell you. All physical items will happen next year. I think some of the bigger digital items that I will develop later, if I don't put it out this year, will definitely be out next year. So that's something to look forward to. I'll let you know about how I'm advertising myself and doing all this, and yeah. So I think that's it, and this is a lot shorter than the last video, so yeah. It's going to be hectic. Yeah, I'll also do is another thing showing about how I'm going to animate, and I'm going to put up like little test animations with Procreate Dreams that I did. Hopefully it'll be in December, maybe. If not, it's going to be in the beginning of next year. So after I sell that and whatever. So yeah, and same thing with the full run animations. I'll even show you behind the scenes how I do that. I'm going to have a video series that specifies about that. So till then, this is Click Real, and it's very confusing.